y'all, this is Anna Alexander. Welcome to my living room as I'm about to watch episode 5 of the Book of Boba Fett, streaming now on Disney Plus, as if you didn't already know. Okay, so last episode, things happened. The timeline supposedly has synced, and I'm going to say supposedly because we shouldn't be getting any more Back to Tank flashbacks, but I wouldn't be surprised if we still got more Back to Tank flashbacks. But supposedly, we have now caught up. Also, we received the M finally in our GMC, which is the motivation. Boba Fett said out loud he wanted to be the boss because he was tired of not being appreciated by people and just being used as a thing. So he now wanted to be in charge. Great, got it. Still not 100% sure of why he chose being the head of the Hutt clan, although I have theories. I think they're pretty sound theories. It's probably what it was. But again, no actual confirmation was said. So it's still a theory, which is, I'm thinking he chose that because 1, he was on Tatooine for so long. 2, he knew Bib Fortuna was a soft target. And he spent so much time with the Tuskens, he now knows the land. He kind of knows the people and the culture. So he figured, hey, if anyone's going to do that job, it's going to be me. Because he had left. He had his plane and he left to get his armor. Really, he didn't have to come back. But he did, and I think that's my theory as to why. Another thing that's kind of uncertain is how much time did he spend in the Sarlacc stomach and how much time did he spend with the Tuskens? Because that's still not 100% sure what that percentage is. And I don't know if it means something. But it might mean something, because if he was only with the Tuskens for a year, that might mean something different if he was with them for 4.5 years. Just wondering. The other big to-do, the other big-ish to-do is, okay, so we know pikes are coming in the hundreds, if not thousands. And Boba has him, Fennec, Christian, the Gamorreans, the Mod Squad. If you want to count them, Baby Rancor and Rancor Steve. That's not a lot of people. So we know he has to buy an army. Fennec says, do you have money for an army? If you do, I can find some people. Boba said, yes, I do. And then we heard the Mando whistle. Now, a lot of people are excited thinking Mando's going to appear. I'm not so certain it will be him, only because when we last left that Scooby Gang, he and Bo-Katan were about to have it out over that black saber, who's going to head Mandalore. There was a situation brewing. So if Fennec goes now, I'm thinking that situation is still going to be going on, if not concluded. And I don't think we would see the end of that end of those events happening off screen. I don't think we would see those off screen. And they have no idea that was going on because they took off before that whole thing went down. So whether we'll see Mando, I don't think so. But we may see other people from that show. But I guess that means we have to watch this to see who shows up. So if you haven't done so already, grab your big cozy blanket. I've got my Irish coffee going because Boba sometimes kind of lulls me to sleep. So I got some caffeine ready to roll, and let's get to it. Oh, we do have him. Well, look at that. For reals. Well, hell, color me surprised.
I'm here for Kaba Baez.
What makes you think he's here? What do you want of him?
Bounty?
Well, if I see him, I'll let him know.
I see him right now.
That's not me. That doesn't even look like me.
I'm gonna give the rest of you the opportunity to walk out that door. I have no quarrel with you.
On the count of 10. 1, 2, 10.
Looks to me like you're surrounded.
I can bring you in warm, or I can bring you in cold.
Oh. Okay, okay. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, 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 oh. So he has some training to do. What? Well, that was extraordinarily violent. The bag.
Boss,
God.
he's dead.
Shit.
I'm here to collect on his bounty. There's a pile of New Republic credits in there that I have no right to. If you do me the honor of letting me pass, you all can help yourselves to whatever you think you deserve.
Well, he's not in any fighting shape anymore. And well, hell, I'm awake now. Holy. What kind of funky planet is this?
The information you promised. Where's the closest access shaft to the substrata?
He is in no mood.
I'd put that on ice if I were you.
Put your leg on ice, too. At least a little Bactine spray, a little antiseptic. Maybe some morphine. And those are the worst kind of wounds because that's one you inflicted on yourself. This one long take kind of shot. It is interesting, but is it needed?
Tend to him.
But she died.
I didn't know if I would ever see you again.
Thank you for saving me on Nirvana.
There are 3 of us now.
What weapon caused such a wound?
My own.
Visla. Bring it to me.
Can he do that? And if she throws it off the edge, I will laugh so hard.
It is not won in combat and falls into the hands of the undeserving. It will be a curse unto the nation. It was forged over 1,000 years ago by the Mandalore Tar Vizsla. He was both Mandalorian and Jedi.
Andy.
I defeated Moff Gideon.
Did you kill him?
No. Then he will be executed for his crimes by the New Republic Tribunal.
We shall see.
That is true.
The songs of eons past foretold of the Mythosaur rising up to herald a new age of Mandalore. Sadly, it only exists in legends.
Does it now?
Where did you come upon the Beskar spear? It can also pierce Beskar armor. Its mere existence puts Mandalorians at risk. Mandalorian steel is meant for armor, not weapons.
Do not melt that down.
Armor.
No!
The dark saber is a more noble weapon for you to wield. They lost their way, and we lost our world. Had our sect not been cloistered on the moon of Concordia, we would have not survived the Great Purge.
I do not feel good about any of this. And why are we getting so much backstory now in the Book of Boba Fett?
Those born of Mandalore strayed away from the path. Eventually, the Imperial interlopers destroyed all that we knew and loved in the Night of 1,000 Tears.
I feel like I need to be taking notes. Someone taking notes, please? Thank you.
What shall I forge?
Something for a foundling.
Still can't believe they're melding this down. Mm-mm. So tiny now.
I am focused.
The blade says otherwise.
Maybe the dark saber belongs in someone else's hands.
Like yours?
It was forged by my ancestor,
I had a feeling that was going to come up when we heard the name.
and now I will win it from you.
Here it comes.
Do you agree to this duel, Din Djarin?
I do.
Already? I'm so conflicted because could be cool, but what the hell does it have to do with Boba Fett? Feel the rhythm. Don't be scared. Ooh. Don't take it.
Fate has brought this blade back to my clan.
He's not dead yet. He dropped it. He hasn't conceded.
It is done. Din Djarin, have you ever removed your helmet?
Maybe.
Then you are a Mandalorian no more.
What is happening?
According to Creed, one may only be redeemed in the living waters beneath the mines of Mandalore.
But the mines have all been destroyed.
This is the way.
Says who? Take the saber and go. And you bring this up now about the helmet. Now. What is happening? It's not the events that are making me go, it's the order in which they are happening that makes me go. It looks like a little Grogu.
Sorry, Mos Eisley.
Here.
On behalf of all our crew, thank you for traveling Starliner Travel.
They're making me sleepy again. Did we need to see the travel? Amy!
Ready to have your
Is it a
mind
speeder?
blown?
Looks awfully tiny. Where would he put his bounties? And another passenger.
Tatooine is a garden of many bounties.
I don't understand.
I gave him a list.
Of parts.
Yeah.
And they find them for you.
I don't ask, they don't tell. They get me what I asked for in exchange. I let them pick through my dumpster.
Can I meet them?
Yeah, sure. Arf! Dated a jowl for a while. They're quite furry. Very furry.
What's happening right now? I have thoughts. You know I have thoughts. You can see my thoughts. I'll share them. Where are you going to put your bounty? Do we think it's the ship? Or just a ship? I wouldn't take it through the obstacles you will fly into.
There's a gonk skunk jack.
Sure.
Was I doing something wrong, officer?
You're not allowed to fly that fast.
I was wondering.
Ship. Hold on a second there, Lieutenant. I think we can let him off
Who
with
is
a
it?
warning this time.
Who is it?
Thank you, officer.
Who is that?
One thing before you go.
Yes?
Your voice is mighty familiar. Did you used to fly a Razor Crest?
I think you have the wrong guy, officer.
You mind answering a few
Nope.
questions?
Yes. Yes, I do mind.
How was it?
Wizard.
Oh, by the way, an old friend of yours dropped by, said she was looking for you.
A friend of mine?
Don't worry. I told her I didn't know where you were. Then I locked her out and engaged the hangar security system.
She tell you her name?
Fennec Shand.
By any chance, are you looking for work?
Might could be. What's the bounty?
No bounty. We need muscle.
Boba Fett.
He sure would appreciate it.
Tell him it's on the house.
Ooh.
But first, I gotta pay a visit to a little friend.
Do you have time for that? Okay, Bryce. What are you doing? So I had seen ahead of time, that this episode was 51 minutes. And I was thinking, good, great, we're going to get a little bit extra more story. And those first 5 minutes were so exciting. I was like, yes, we're going to get some action. And then we spent a week in the life of Mando during the Book of Boba Fett. Why? Why? Okay. I don't even know where to begin. So, I heard a lot of people have argued that they just are not into this. And I can see why. Unless you are a diehard Star Wars fan and you just want to live in the world. You just want to pretend like you are sitting in one of the cantinas watching your neighbors go by. That's you, then yeah, I can see you digging this because this is just you spending time in their environment and just kind of steeping them in. But if you want to be taken on an adventure, this is not an adventure show because very little happens from episode to episode. Boba's getting ready to build an army, like a little gang to take on these pikes. And we spent 51 minutes in a different world, in a different story, where we got a lot of Mandalorian lore thrown at us. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China? I hear that. That's what we said a lot. I heard a lot as a child. Yeah, so I'm really confused about what the point was for this specific episode in this specific series. If this was a Mandalorian season, okay, fine. This is the Book of Boba Fett. Because there was so much of, did we really need to see him having to check his weapons at the airport? Did we need to see him a full on, how long was that? A 10-minute sequence of him putting together that ship? No. So I don't know. I wanted to like this way more than I do. I don't hate it. I'm just starting to get really annoyed and wondering what. Because there's so much other story they could tell, and they took time away from that story to just show from rust to riches is what they showed. This was Count's Customs. This was like, yeah, it's like, wow. And I love a good car makeover show. But I didn't tune in to see the car makeover show. So there we go. I'm going to wrap that up because what the hell? So come back next week as hopefully we get to jump into the story a little bit more of the Book of Boba Fett. But thank you for joining me for today. I do hope at least I was entertaining to a point because I do appreciate any time that you spend with me. So if you haven't already, hit subscribe so you can see when the next episode of something else will be posted. Like Peacemaker. Tomorrow we get Peacemaker. Yay. So hopefully I will see you again soon. And until next time, y'all.